Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to a case study this time. That's been a long time actually. And just like every other case study, it's a missed trade. This time it was my literally my own fault. I saw this trade. I discussed this trade actually in the pre-market analysis. I discussed the setup and I did some stupid stuff with work or with the company that got me distracted from trading again. So it's really hard for me to focus on both at the same time. Um, that's why my ultimate goal is to let that company fly to the moon and then get back to trading, ideally, because it's hard to do both at the same time. It really is hard, especially when you can't really focus. But nonetheless, we have a nice trade and we can actually break it down from the top. So we know that we are in a bullish range, which is against our trade. We are inside discounted area, so we're looking for higher pricing, which is against our trade. But if we zoom further out, we know that we have this overall. Hold up. We have this overall bearish range. We know that we came into premium pricing and we are looking for lower prices. Although it is quite correctional still, we know that we have this bearish range. We tapped into that key level. We tapped into overall premium prices. So we're looking for lower prices on the highest structure levels. So realigning that we are, it it is maybe a bit high. The time frame is too high to realign with such a low time frame, but it still makes sense. Like we've been correction on the way up. If you look at this, we've been forming nice structure on the way up, so we can maybe expect some impulse to the downside. At the same time, look at these impulses to the upside; they're pretty strong as well. So, we can as well expect higher pricing. But then, zooming in, if my charts let me. Hello, what's going on? Why is it taking so long? That's taking too long. Reload. Okay, so then zooming in one more time. Why is it so slow? To the lower time frame. So we're already there. So then the idea of um first of all, we are above previous daily highs. Let's go to the 15. Only use time frames we actually use when trading. We are above the previous daily highs. We are above Asia highs. We have Asia lows still intact. We know it's Monday. There wasn't any news to really fuel this trade. I was just hoping on that London turnaround, and we actually got that London turnaround where London takes liquidity to the upside and then moves to the downside, or vice versa, takes liquidity to the downside and then moves to the upside. Same story here, takes liquidity to the upside, moves to the downside. Same story here, but here it was uh pre-London. But the idea of that little turnaround, oh, sorry, that little turnaround in the morning gave me this idea for the setup. I know that overall we want to reach higher, but we also have this high that led to that low. Didn't reach into discount area yet, but we came above here, came above this one. If you want to use it, you don't need to. I didn't use it. You could say like, okay, we have an order block sitting above that liquidity right there. But the order block for me is in the middle of nowhere. So although it sits above that liquidity, doesn't make really sense to me. What did make sense to me is that we have two targets to the downside. Our first target being the discounted area, and our second target being the previous daily lows and equal lows down here. So that's a nice target for the long term. Then zooming in, as I said, we have our early sellers just about. I had to readjust it. So this morning it was even a bigger set of early sellers. We can see oops, early sellers taken out. Then we got that minor break to the downside. And I actually discussed this trade with my friend. And he said like, yeah, you could have even refined that entry, but we know that we take the move, the buy to sell move, and then we give 1 pip breathing room. So gave it 1 pip breathing room, 0.5 to the ups above the high, and let it run. Then after this break, we got the reduced, and then after this break, we got it to break even. That's how I manage my trades. And what we see, came below Asia, then we got that bullish break, inducing buyers. But we know that we haven't reached back into discounted pricing yet. So I'm stuttering. We know that we haven't reached back into discounted pricing yet, so there was no way or no reason to be scared. I think I was already at the gym here. I I completely forgot about trading. This whole thing, I can't do things at the same time. And then what happened? It continued further to the downside. So nice case study, nice and easy trade, super simple. Um, mainly based on this structure. And yeah, hope it made sense. Let me know what you think, and peace out. Catch you guys tomorrow morning.